Hello, and I just got in the mood right now, so let's just go with it. Breathe in and let's do this. Why? Yeah, the title of the video is uh, When Kids and Teens Don't Have Any Choice. And this is a very personal experience for me. So I do not really know if it is like this for everyone, but I definitely know that it is at least, at least a little bit like this for everyone, every child and teen who goes to any developed country's school that has a mandatory law. Let's see here. Yeah, no. In general, I don't know all the statistics. I just, I just trying to, Anyway, like when the child gets around 7, 8, between 6 and 8 years old, depends on the country. The law might, mandate that that child goes to school, and I don't know the specifics of that either. If they have to study certain topics like math, English, or something like that. But in general, they sort of have to. And no matter how they feel, or no matter what they say, because it is mandatory, it is a law. So even if the child did say anything, the parent can't do anything. And if the parent did do something like listen to the parent, that the parent listened to the child, then let's say now that the child says, I don't want to go to school, but the parent then says, okay, you can stay home for however long you wished. Now let's imagine that drawing out to some to some time, but it won't stay that way. Because of this mandatory law, the law people is going to wonder where that child is. So eventually, the law people, they are going to contact the parents and wonder what is happening. And if the parents just are honest and say, well, my child didn't want to go to school, the parents are getting that blame because of not being fit to push their child away out towards school. But if the parents still won't cooperate with this and still support their child in their own wants, then the child is going to get taken away. In the most extreme cases, like the child is going to be taken away because the parents are seen as unfit to take care of the child, that they can't the parents can't follow the law that is in place. This really didn't happen to me. I did not get taken away, but I did feel the full experience of not wanting to go to school and my parents not having a true choice. They did not want me to be taken away, but at the same time, I didn't have any say in the matter. I did not want to go to school when I was in 7th and 8th grade. I just didn't. It just felt as a prison to me. I didn't have any say. And even if I did say anything, my parents was afraid to death to even listen to what I wanted, because again, I might have been taken away. And most, if not all, parents know this. It is the same fear. And also, like general belief that, oh, the child does not know their own future. How, like, seriously, how could you truly tell the child's future before they have even, grown up? No one can tell someone else's future but your own. You can never know the other perspective that they are having. They are having their own reality. They are living their lives, the child's life, from their own perspective. As an adult, we don't have that perspective, just as well as the child does not have our perspective. This means instead of us just pressuring the child to have our perspective, why not nurture their perspective and just I'm not saying that you should just let them be, but at the same time, just ask them questions. Try to know them, respect them as other living beings. This is most of the time, adults just don't do that. Because, children, what do they know? Like, they're just too young, too inexperienced. You're not that old yet. Just, wait until you grow up and see how life feels like. Yeah, I got that treatment. Like, almost all the time. Not all the time, but much of the time. Whenever I challenged the adults' belief about life in general, when I was maybe a teenager, yeah, I was simply too young. I simply had no experience whatsoever from their perspective. They didn't even respect my own point of view. They did not respect that this might actually be true. No, shut down almost immediately by by adults that just can't see that kids are and teenagers, they learn so fast about everything. But adults are adults, they can't be outdone by a child. Fuck. Just a big irritated sigh from me. Even the therapists, not all of them, but some of them I went to, they treated me just like this. Like I didn't know. I was too young. Again, as a teenager, and going to a therapist or a psychiatrist or whatever you might call them, they treated me like I didn't know anything. And if I did say something that was in the therapist's area of study, they did the same thing. They treated me like I was too young, no experience, I didn't know anything. I mean, the therapists did this, and they are psychologists. They have studied psychology, for crying out loud. I mean, maybe they felt that no, they can't be outdone by a child or a teenager, cause they are too young. I mean, we treat children like they are the worst, that they don't know anything. Trust me when I say this. Children and teenagers, they see everything. Not everything, but a lot. We are just holding them back. I consider myself, this might be a brag, but I consider myself as a prodigy in psychology. And if I have gotten the support to actually, study this and the encouragement to do so, I would have been famous by now. But no, I didn't get almost any encouragement to follow any path. It was just school, and then you have to have a good job, and then it is get a house or an apartment, then a family, and then the routine starts all over again. I mean, I just. Really? That's all there is to life? Just the same pattern all over again, without any changes whatsoever. I mean, I don't want this. I want to change things. And one of the ways I'm going to change this is this thing. A video that explains a little bit of how I view things. But, I mean, it is just, yeah, this is more of a rant slash educational stuff. But yeah, you get the general message I want to. I believe that though, even though I started on school and then went on to a much bigger picture. It is very much in the same category stuff. Yeah, I'm good with this. It is good. Thanks for listening and watching.